You are tuning into the Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Angels and Healing Light Show. Sit back, relax, and be open to receive the angelic messages and healing channeled through your host, Laura Romeiro.
Good morning, everyone. It's Laura Romeiro, your angel intuitive here on Angels and Healing Light. Thanks for joining me again this morning. I'm very happy, as always, to be with you during every Tuesday for an hour because I love to talk about angels and about healing. I love to share that information with you. I love to hear from you, to hear your stories and how angels help you and how they've helped you heal and helped your life become better. That's my mission, is to help you connect and reconnect with your angels. So here we are all together again on a beautiful Tuesday morning. And I do say beautiful, at least in my little neck of the world. It's finally below 80 degrees. It's been a long time coming, so hallelujah. So today, as always, besides having an angel message for you, and I'm going to tell you that about halfway through the show here when we get that all together, I have a wonderful guest with me, one of my favorite guests, one of my favorite people, not a morning person, but ever so kind to join me this morning. I have the incredible Carolan Carey. Carolan is known as the Psychic Medium of Sarasota, the Psychic Medium SRQ. And the things that I love about her, besides the fact that she is spending this hour with us, is that she is devoted, she's dedicated, and she is passionate about helping people heal that are suffering through grief by contacting their loved ones and getting messages from their loved ones that are in spirit. She is a very compassionate reader, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, getting a reading from Carolan is one of the best things you can do in your life. It's just incredibly healing, and what better way to feel good than connecting with somebody that has passed on, and, you know, we miss them, we love them, we go through grieving and pain from that loss, and many of us wonder, you know, are they okay? And we spend a lot of time worrying about that. Well, I'm here to tell you that having a reading with Carolan and having her connect you with your loved one is a beautiful way to help resolve so many of those fears, to help reconnect from the heart and leave you feeling joyful and happy and so many good things. So she has a lot to tell us today, so I hope that you are going to be calling in to get a message from your loved one. And if you are listening online, then just give us a call. Call us at 206-806-9965. And we'll talk to Carolan and see. Also, if you'd like an angel message, just let me know. And please remember to keep your questions just to one, because we have a lot of people waiting for readings. We have a lot of callers. So I'm going to ask you to just keep your question to one question and let the next person have an experience with her, okay? So welcome, Carolan. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. It is great to have you here.
Well, thank you so much. Good morning to you and to your listeners. I know 11 o'clock is not morning, really, to most people. It's like mid-morning. It's early morning to me. But I have people wanting to book appointments at 10. And I do my phone readings usually in the morning because I can do those in my pajamas. So I'm a little slow on the take in the morning, but I'm coffeeing it up, so I'll be ready to go. And you let me know what we have callers, if they'd like a reading or you have questions. And thank you for that lovely introduction. Thank you. I'm very passionate about what I do. I love what I do. So.
And, you know, I know you do, and you're also a great teacher. And one of the things I'd like you to share with us a little bit later in the show is what you're recently connecting with some incredible celebrities very talented people, and you did share with me a beautiful message from one of them. So I'm anxious to hear more about that because I think it's fascinating. I told Carolan the other day she meets the coolest people even when they're no longer in the physical form. She still meets them, and they're just still cool. So I'm absolutely fascinated by the relationships that you know, the people that you connect with, the spirits that you connect with, the relationships that you develop. I just think it's amazing and wonderful and very unique. So,
thank you. Yes.
Nice going.
It's very interesting, you know, because this just started, about 2 weeks ago, and the first gentleman was Steve Hanneman, who was, I think his first name is Steve. I apologize if it's wrong. He was one of the co-founders of the heavy metal group Slayer, and they were very popular. And he was with them for 30 years, and unfortunately he died at 49. And he composed a lot of their music, which is very dark, heavy metal, you know. And I knew nothing about him, and he just happened to come through. And with a message that he regretted on the other side, he realized on the other side that he had used Nazi icons on his guitar and in some imagery for the group, and, you know, and not even really realizing how intimidating that was and how horrible it was for people that have survived that time until he reached the spirit world. So that was his message, and he was very, very nice. And the other one was Slim Gallium, who was a jazz musician, and he was a lot of fun. I enjoyed him, and he came through saying, you know, if you can't find if your niche, all your abilities. He was a very talented man, spoke 5 languages, could play multiple instruments, sang, tap dance, wrote songs. Very popular in the 30s, 40s, 50s. And up until his death, I guess, which was probably in the last decade. But he said, if you can't find your niche using all your abilities, create your own niche. He could have been a professor. He could have been a lot of things. He could have taught music. He could have done a lot of different things. What he chose to do was use his ability, reach out to people in a comedy sort of way and make people laugh. And he was multi-talented. He was just terrific. So I enjoyed meeting him. And then the last one now has been a young lady from the Cordettes, Mr. Sandman. Was one of their big hits. She was one of the original.
One of my favorite songs.
Yeah. It just started. I'm mopping floors, which I don't do enough. But anyway, I'm mopping floors, and it starts coming in through my left ear, Mr. Sandman. And I was like, okay, so that was my cue that something's going on. So, you know, then she started talking to me. When I had time to sit down and talk to her, she started to talk to me and give me some hints as to who she was. So I had to look up the group, and I recognized her picture. She was the blonde. She was one of the originals, her and her sister. And she left after a couple of years to start a family. But she enjoyed traveling with the group, and just a wholesome group of women, ladies that were raised this way to sing. And she died young. She died at 55. I did not realize that. And it did not say why. Her obit did not say why. But her message was none of the group would have been solo artists. They were popular because they had learned to harmonize so well together. And they performed together and they traveled together. And that's where their notoriety came from, was their ability to harmonize together. So that was her message, which I thought was quite beautiful. So it's a very interesting and enlightening experience for me, and I have no idea where it's going to go, but I'm pretty excited. It all started with a lot of people are channeling celebrities. Maybe I'd like to try that. And within a few days, it started happening. So, I mean, these are not, these are some people from the past that have been referred to me in spirit, apparently, and wanted their story told or had a message for the rest of us. So I'm grateful to do that.
I think it's what I think is wonderful is the messages that they're sharing, that you're able to share with others. So we can say, bloom where you're planted. Maybe you're not in the absolute position you'd love to be in life, but see what you can make of it. Bloom where you're planted. And sometimes it's about working together to create something that is special. Mm-hmm. And I think these days there are so many, it's kind of a comment or mindset, that you have to be famous by yourself somehow. You have to have your 15 minutes of fame no matter how it makes you look or what you do. But there's a reminding people that sometimes you need to work together to make a beautiful creation or the perfect creation. And it's not just about the individual. Sometimes it's about the group. But I really look forward to hearing more about the very interesting people that you're connecting with, and more about their lives and the contributions that they make. It's just a great reminder to everybody that even though, number one, even though you may not be in a perfect circumstance, you could sure make things perfect if you try. And number two, well, like you always say, our spirit never dies. It's always there. So even for people that have died a long time ago, you're still able to talk about them and bring them back up into the present time. And, Slim, I think you're starting a Slim Gaillard fan club again because he's very very cool.
It's interesting. I'm sort of a history buff, thanks to my spirit guide, Walter. So these opportunities to meet with these spirits give you a window on some of our musical history. So far it's been music. And what was going on at that time. The flavor of, it gives you a window to look at the past and the flavor of the times that they were working in and what was going on. And, for instance, Alice Mae Buckman was the last individual from the Quartets, and she was talking about, this was right after the war. She married a veteran. The group formed in 1947. So she said, after the war, things were different. So occasionally she will converse with me about how it was. And people were looking they want to put the war behind them. They needed upbeat music. And these gals performed going to church or just as a group or in a family. And that's how it all began. And it was using their God-given gifts. It wasn't like they sought this. And they're not John Lennon. They're not Chris Cornell. They're not... who else can I mention? They're not Kate Spade. I'm not channeling people like that. I'm channeling people that are really historical, and to me, anyway. So I find that kind of interesting, because there's a lot of controversy about how people died and this and that. And it's not Rudy Valance. I'm not getting those kind of people, the Big Bopper. I'm getting people that really have a message, and they've been steered to me for some reason. And so I treat that with a lot of integrity, and I feel very blessed that they are seeking me out. So I find it very interesting. So for me, it's cool. I hope for everybody else it's cool, but I like it.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, and I really look forward to hearing more.
Great. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, keep us tuned in. Everybody, my mom's listening this morning, so everybody waves. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
So when if you're ready, I have a caller here, area code 516. If you're ready to take a call.
Sure.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Carolan.
Hi.
Hi, this is Kavita.
Okay.
Hi, Kavita.
Hi.
Good, honey. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to call in. I was wondering, can you tell me about anything? Can you pick up anything from the angels about my love life? When am I going to meet this man that everyone seems to be seeing, and how? How can I meet him? Where?
Okay. Let me think about this for a minute. I keep hearing spring, Kavita. I keep hearing spring.
Okay.
Do you live near the water?
I live on Long Island, which is I'm not. I'm about 10 minutes from the water.
Okay, because they're showing me near a wharf. There's something going on there that you'll meet at a wharf, in that sort of a setting.
Okay.
But springtime, on a blustery day. I'm also hearing, it sounds like November. Like there might be a very nice blustery day in November, but then again, this is going to reconnect in the springtime. So not long at all. So make sure you're getting outside, make sure you're meeting people, make sure you're going places and doing things, make sure that you're clearing any old energies, any leftover hurts or pains or disappointments. Those are in the past. You don't need those anymore. So make sure you clear all of that away. So there's room for him to come into your life, and so that it's enjoyable. Okay?
Yeah, I've been doing all of that. Do you get a description at all? Any information about him?
No.
I get somebody with dark hair.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
A little taller, like 4 inches taller than you.
Okay.
More a lankier build, not heavy set. I wouldn't say skinny, but not heavy set. He has nice hands. That's always helpful. And I see string music around him, like violins, or it could be a fiddle, but I feel more like, I want to say like chamber music. That sounds rather odd, but that is around, so I don't know if he plays or if he enjoys that music. But I also see, it's almost like a Coney Island kind of feeling, like perhaps what Laura was mentioning. It's like a pier, maybe, she said wharf, maybe like a pier. There's stuff going on. And I do see walking and eating. Of course, that's one of my favorite things. If I'm at one of these type of places where there's an amusement park or there's all this, food, being cooked right there. You know what I mean? Falafel and hot dogs and that kind of stuff. So I feel like you're both jamming your face full of this. And it's kind of, it's fun and it's lighthearted. So it's a very attractive gentleman. I don't see his face in particular. What I'm getting is the back of his neck and his hairline. And as he turns profile, I feel like seems strange, a light eye or a green eye. Maybe darker skinned, but like tanned or... But the light eyes are definitely catching. I mean, you notice that. So this is a nice gentleman, and what I like is there's a culture here. There's a cultural aspect between him and you. This is not some fly-by-night kind of guy. He is intelligent, warm, and sincere. So that's what I get. Good luck with that, and I hope that you find him soon, because I think it would benefit both of you. Both of you. Okay. Not just you, but both of you.
Oh, that would
God
be
bless.
Nice.
I think. Good luck to you, honey.
Thank you so much. That's the description people have been giving me, so I'm excited.
Okay.
All right,
that sexy going. Make sure you keep your sexy on.
I will. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Our pleasure. I love to hear things like that, and there's something good coming somebody's way, and, it gives us time to plan and prepare and be excited about it, and something.
Well, the thing is, you plan and prepare, but you meet people when you're supposed to meet them, and I guess and that's usually the time that you don't have your lipstick on, or you ran out of the house in your sweatpants. That would be my kind of luck. The worst scenario would be for me, but anyway. So I wish her a lot of luck. I hope she meets somebody nice. That would be good.
Sounds like she's on the way. Well, thank you for giving her that message, Carolan.
Hey.
I have another caller on area code 910. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Hi, yes, this is Zoe from North Carolina, and I really appreciate you sending me a reminder email for this. My question today is, I apologize for the interference, but I want to know, is there spiritual interferences in my life that I have not cleared, or the victimhood mentality? Because I really want to feel more empowered and not just constantly in this helpless, want to, hope for the best kind of mode, knowing I'm allowing myself to be, someone that is just constantly in this default mode of unworthiness.
You know that song, I think it was Whitney Houston sang...
The Greatest Love of All.
No.
Written by Dolly Parton?
No. This Girl's on Fire?
Oh, yes, Alicia Keys, yes.
Alicia.
That's what I'm hearing with you, girl.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. I don't want to cause resistance because certain people in the Bible Belt are very threatened by that, and I just want to know how to be assertive without, I try my best to use kindness in all things, but as far as, certain people don't really like, us having advanced conscious. I don't want to say I'm better than anyone, of course, but it's just a higher, more refined, pristine awareness, and I really appreciate it because it's liberated me legally, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually.
Some people aren't ready for you, hon, but that's their problem.
Yeah.
So,
and I just don't know is there any mantras I can say to myself to keep myself from, taking on and absorbing their emotions and feeling unworthy and helpless and victimized?
Well, one thing I do, people criticize me too because I'm a little, everybody will say, oh, well, you know what Carol Ann's like. Well, then don't ask me, okay? If you don't want to, don't ask me. There it is. You're the bomb, hon, and maybe not everybody can take you. So I think that there's a piece of us that needs to recognize not everybody's on full blast, high octane all the time.
I know that's right.
We have to learn to be a little gentler. But I'm not saying don't cover your light because there are people that are going to seek you out. They want what you have.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here in the Bible Belt.
Oh, honey.
Wow, that is huge. Because
they're not even reading the Bible correctly. They don't even know what's really in there. They have no idea.
Exactly, because it says we are gods in the Bible. Yeah.
Right. Yes, and there are people on the other side that have told me such. So I believe their experience. So you just, you're warm, compassionate. If they're not ready for you, that's okay. Like, what was his name? Slim Galliard said, create your own niche. Don't worry about fitting in.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I'm always trying to be forceful about it and really hope, my people-pleasing comes into play because I always absorb energy, and I'm just like, how do I stay in my space without, threatening them? Because they are always, trying to force their energy on me, subliminally. And I'm like, what's wrong with me being sovereign and in my grace space? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that because you're blessed and you know it. What you have to do is remind yourself, surround yourself with light every morning and maybe a few times during the day and say, God, help me bring out more of the warm and compassionate person that I don't have to open a window with a hammer today.
Yes.
Just let me stand in my power and let people come to me. So surround
that
yourself
would be
with
amazing.
That light, sweetie. And I'm sure
Thank you. You are amazing.
Angel stuff going on. Okay?
Oh, I got angels too. Do you know the name of my guardian angel?
Go ahead, Laura.
Well, I don't know the name of your guardian angel because that is something that's very sacred and personal, so I don't even ask. I tell you how to ask you.
Thank you for your
ask your angel. So I will ask you to ask your guardian angel what its name is because that helps develop a bond, a stronger bond between you and a lot of communication. But I do have a message for you from Archangel Metatron. And Archangel Metatron is reminding you that every moment moment is a new beginning. So everything that's happened is in the past. So feel free to let it go. But in this, every day and every moment is a new beginning. So you're encouraged to use your mind, connect with your heart, align yourself with divine will and your true life purpose. It's just go ahead and step into living your higher self as authentically as you can. Don't worry if you can't see the entire path before you. But every step, take the next step with love and with gratitude, and the next step will appear. So don't just keep shining your light. Keep connecting with God and the divine, and keep on living your true, authentic self, and everything will be made clear for you and will guide you. And also have a nice conversation with your guardian angel and ask for its name. And
I will.
I'm hearing that.
I like how you said ask for his name, because I got mail and I got an A, and they answer to anything you decide to call them. They're multifaceted.
What?
Yeah, so they will answer to anything that you call them, whatever name that vibration reminds you of. But I do get an A and I do get a male, and I'm confirming what Laura's saying. We're confirming each other. There's definitely a male protective energy around you, and he says you.
Is his name Azrael? Is his name Ariel or?
There's an A name associated with
Azrael. Is it? It feels like Azrael.
Okay, that's usually an E. But he
call him. Okay. I'm going to really look into that.
I'm going to let you go here in a minute because I've got a couple other callers. But
yes, of course. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. But spend that time, and everybody listening, just spend that time with your angel. And what I'm hearing is that when you spend that time with your angel and ask them for their name, they are telling me that it's going to be a moment of great, great joy for them to connect with you, and they're just showering you with so much love right now. So
thank God, I need it. I need to be touched by an angel.
Consider yourself touched by many angels all the time.
Thank you so much. You are impeccable. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
You're very welcome. You know, I get that question a lot. People ask me what their angels' names are. And the message that I always get is that the angels want you to ask them that question. And it's important that you don't doubt that you will get an answer. It's important that you can take whatever you hear, whatever comes to your mind. It's important for you to just be okay with, what if you hear Joe or something really simple? That's okay. And I'm also telling you that it might be a very complicated name. So when you do get that answer, write it down, and even if it's phonetically. Right. But when you spend that time connecting with your angels, it just the fact that you care so much that you want to know their name, you have just made an incredible connection with that divine being.
It's not even. Well, it is a connection, and it's also a recognition, right? Yeah. Because you are born with these. You come into the earth with these helpers and celestial beings. So they're there. They're just waiting to be recognized.
That's right.
So that's wonderful. So that's a beautiful message. Thank you, Laura, for being our angel connection, because we definitely need some help some days.
We all do. We all do all the time, right? That's why I love these angels. That's why I love talking about them. Carolan, how can people reach you, Madame? How can they set up a reading with you where they can really get into hearing from their loved ones in spirit? Because you're so good at that. How can they do that?
Well, probably the best, I'll give you my phone number. It's 941-779-3971. I usually don't give it out because then it starts blowing up. But you can text me or call me and leave me a message if I'm not picking up. I will be glad to schedule. You can check out my website at carolancarey.com, CarolanCarey.com. And you can message me through there or email me at psychicflowradio@gmail.com. So I'd love to hear from you, whether you would like to schedule a reading or you have a comment about my show in the Psychic Flow, or a comment on Laura's show or anybody else's show, anything you want to share with me, I would be glad to hear, and I hope that you follow my adventures. So I'm trying to blog a little bit more and try to talk about what's going on, doors that are opening for me. And I work both as a psychic and as a spirit medium. My favorite thing and my passion is to work with people that have lost a loved one and be your spirit connection to the other side. And let's see what they have to say. I want to reassure people their loved ones are okay and that they are still with us, because love never dies. So they will have messages for you and a connection, maybe answer some questions. We don't always get to say goodbye, you know. And even if we do, it's not finished. There's always a feeling of unfinishedness. So if I can help with that, if I can help relieve some grief and help you on your healing path, because we are survivors. We have a purpose. We have to be here. We can't wish that we were dead too. It's not our time yet. When it is our time, we'll be welcome with open arms on the other side. But in the meantime, it's difficult to go on without that loved one, but know that you have a purpose and that your loved one is with you in spirit. So I hope that you will consider me your spirit connection. So that's about all I have to say about blowing my own horn today. But it has really changed my life talking to spirits. So, and I love meeting your loved ones in spirit. It's a lot of fun for me too.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I try. I tried. I really love talking to people. You know, I don't like people in particular. Like, you know, I'm not don't like to get close to people. But I really enjoy spending that time in spirit. I don't know what that means. What kind of weird person am I?
I don't think you're weird.
I just think it's, I spend a lot of time with people's loved ones, and I learn a lot. I'm not a social butterfly, you know, I'm not that kind of person. But when people allow me to communicate with their loved ones in spirit, I learn stuff too. And it's very enlightening. So I really enjoy doing that kind of work. So.
And you're also a good writer. So your blogs are interesting. I'm really disappointed you didn't finish the book you started. I'm still hanging on after those first couple chapters to see what happens next, but I may have to come to you in spirit.
You know, it's still going on.
I may have to come to you in spirit to hear the rest of it. I may die before you finish it. But you are a good writer. You're very good at putting those words into a way that the reader can experience and feel and understand. And it's very interesting. So, you know,
thank you.
You have a great way of communicating in many ways that are very good of good communication. So you're very blessed in that way as well.
Well, thank you. I was writing a fictional account of my experience of training, and then I've been told by several other people to put that book down, which I have anyway, and write short synopsises of things, and that there's like some kind of a manual or something, a teaching tool that I should be concentrating on. So, you know, it's kind of hard to explain how you do this, because it's sort of like, as with you too, with your Angelic Realm, it's sort of like brushing your teeth. How do you explain to somebody something that you do kind of naturally, you know? But we all had to learn. I mean, you had to learn, I had to learn, so you have to break that process down that makes sense to other people so that they can tap in too. So, you know, that's the issue, trying to explain it. But so hopefully something will come shortly, and I'm sure Spirit will guide it. So there you go.
Excellent. Well, I have another caller from area code 985. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
Hi there.
Hello?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. How are you? Thank you so much for taking my call. This is Virginia.
Oh, you're welcome.
I would like to get a message from my angels.
Okay. And what's your name?
Virginia.
Virginia. Virginia, the angels are asking you if you have asked them for help. They want to help you with situations, and they require your permission, of course, before they do that. But they're reminding you that they are a light in your soul and a light in your heart, and they are always there for you. So any questions, concerns, problems, issues you have, even though they may seem to be very difficult or very confusing, they're reminding you to reach out and ask us for help. It may seem that they're far away, but they are not. They are actually right within your heart and surrounding you all the time. So remember to ask them for help, and they are there. And Carolan, do you have any messages for Virginia?
Yes, I was getting something about spirit loved ones around her, and it may possibly your angelic people, guides, Laura, that you speak of. There's a financial situation that Virginia is looking to improve, I believe, and I feel that there's assistance coming with that, and it comes in an unorthodox way. So be on the lookout for something that comes, maybe not as a promotion or a different job, but something that increases your finance, whether it be a lottery ticket, an idea to be your own, a part-time entrepreneur. Virginia has a lot of, I'm just going to say it, I feel like I have an aunt or a grandmother here, an older female in spirit, who's saying she's a classy girl. Would you understand that, Virginia?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. She says, you're a classy girl. You can handle this. Money's coming your way because you have found another outlet to express your creativity, and that's going to be, you have a nice way with people, and this is your forte. So sometimes we have to keep our jobs to keep a roof over our head as we explore our forte or our entrepreneurship, which is what I did for the last 12 years until I went full-time. So I feel there is something, a partial time being spent, and it's not wasted time. It is time exploring your creativity, your spirituality, your communication, and there's some money there. So she says, God bless. I also have the L name here. I don't know if it's first or last, but I also want to present, she's talking about a pink flower. It's either carnation or rose, and this lady in spirit is, I feel like I just want to, it's not so much as a kiss as it is putting a hand on your cheek. And I think you will remember that, looking into her face as a child. And she put her hand on your face, like turned her face up so that you could both look at each other. And there was a connection there. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, good. God bless you. That is from your loved one in spirit.
Okay. Is that happening soon, or will that be in the new year? Like later
2020 is your year, honey. Get ready.
Oh, okay.
Start looking at life a little differently, like how can I make my business or my calling, how can I work that into my everyday life? What is my calling and where am I going? Because there's signs all around you. They're just waiting for you to pick up the calling cards,
Okay, sounds great.
And Virginia, a further message from the angels is exactly along those lines, and they're just telling you need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your dreams to help manifest all of that into reality. So you're on the right path. Just hang in there and have faith in yourself, and remember to ask the angels to help you because they are pointing you in the direction. So just go with that flow. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for calling.
Good luck to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.
And Laura, I had to learn the ideas. I had no intention of becoming a medium. I studied mediumship. I read about it and watched other people, John Edwards, Sylvia Brown, Teresa Caputo, Ruth Montgomery. I read books by the zillions. And I didn't understand the connection, how I'm like, how do they do that? And then God put me in a place where I could see it being done, and I was like, that's what I want to do. So then I had a goal, and I made that goal. The goal was there my whole life. I didn't know that. The ability was there my whole life. Until I sought it out, I didn't know it was there. And so this stuff lays latent in you until you're like, duh, okay, let me try this. And you start to discover, if you don't dismiss it and poo-poo yourself, and there are rough times too. I mean, this was not an easy path for me either. But you learn that what you have to offer is incredibly valuable. And this gives you a sense of, wow, I'm not just making this up. I have a purpose. And your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones in spirit, circumstances, humanity needs what you have to offer. That's what you have to understand. It's not a question of indulging yourself. It's a question of stepping into what you're supposed to do. Right?
That's beautifully said, and I believe you're 100% correct. Humanity
so you're going to find it. You know, you will find it. Yeah. Because Spirit is, there's two ways to look at this. Spirit throws a lot of things in your path trying to call your attention to your true purpose. Sometimes we stop and we pick up that calling card, and other times we step over it. Well, they'll keep at you until you pick that card up. And that card could be saying volunteer at hospice, or rescue another cat, or create these children, or meet the sister-in-law, or be a medium, be an artist, be a writer, be a musician, do something that benefits humanity, become a nurse, be a doctor, be a lab technician, these are all things that benefit our fellow man. These are things. We need everything, especially now. We need every gift possible. So look to yourself. And I've also learned and been told repeatedly, everything that we need is in us. We don't need more. We don't need to win the lottery in particular. What we need is to explore the gifts that we have. And if we have stuff rummaging around in our garage, then sell it. That gives you some pocket cash. If you have an innate gift for art, start drawing. If you need to learn how to play an instrument, do that, because that's your calling. There you go. So we have everything. We don't have to look outside. So that's my lecture for today. I hope that I hope that makes sense.
You know, I'll tell you that, and I realized not too long ago that throughout many, many years in my life, people have been giving me angel pins, angel statues, angel figurines, and I always angel Christmas ornaments, and that has been the most repetitive gift that I've gotten throughout my life outside of books. And I finally realized a couple of years ago, when I look back at what I'm doing now, those were all little hello, we're with you and we'll be talking to you soon messages. And I cherish and still have every single one of those. And I cherish every one of them. But all those years ago, if you would have told me what I'm doing now, told me then, I would have laughed you right off the planet.
Yeah.
But I had that discovery after meeting Archangel Michael, and one thing led to another, and this is my passion now. But who would have thunk it, as they say?
Yeah, can you imagine being a spirit guide and waiting to be called upon? Like, waiting. Like, whenever you're ready, we've sent about 400 messages,
It's a constant replay of the theme song from Jeopardy.
Right.
While they're waiting for the final question. Yeah.
Right. We're waiting for you to step up.
There.
Yeah. They are waiting for you to step into your power. So there you go.
Well, I know that I love to help other people. You love to help other people, and sometimes we can't, but when people are on a path and they're not sure where to go or what to do, I love to help them feel secure in their footing, and I know you do too. Carolan, would you mind, I want to do an angel reading for everyone listening, but after that, would you mind doing a little reading for me?
Absolutely. I would love to do that.
Oh, goody. Well, let me first do an angel reading for everyone. And The angels are reaching out to everyone with love, reminding you that you need to breathe. You need to breathe and relax, and you need to let go, and you need to let in. So as you let go, let in. Let go of the old. Let go of the worries. Let go of the concerns, and let in the possibilities. Let in the ideas. Let in the intuition and the insight. Let in the light and the love from the angels. That is a message from Archangel Raphael. Archangel Ariel is reminding you to stand up for your beliefs, to have courage, to have faith. She is an angel that helps with animals and with courage, and she is reminding you that as you're letting in, it's time for you to have faith and belief in yourself. Archangel Jophiel is also telling you, clear the clutter. Clear the clutter out of your life. Clear the clutter out of your space. Clear the clutter from things that block your energy flow, that block your energy, that block you. Get away those things that no longer serve you, and that helps allow more light and love in. For those that are going through career transitions or any kind of major transitions, sometimes it's your life purpose, one of your life purpose that's coming to the foreground and asking you to make some changes or making you feel like you need to make some changes. Just check with your heart. Make sure you make those changes with full insight. And one of the ways, again, is letting out so you can let in and connecting with your heart. Finally, Archangel Jeremiah is reminding you that everything is good, everything is okay, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to be happening. And there are hidden blessings there that you will soon understand. And he is showering you, as they all are, with love and light and wisdom and guidance. Thank you, angels. But please, ladies and gentlemen, breathe, let out, let in, clear clutter, have faith, and move forward with joy, knowing that you're always surrounded with love and light. Whew, thank you, angels. All right.
That was beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I have a question from Julia. She's talking about her mind is working overtime, dredging up old stuff. That's a very, very timely comment, Julia, because just as Archangel Raphael said, this is an opportunity for you to let go. It's the knock on the door that they're trying, that old stuff is trying to get out and go away. So let it be gone. Let it out. Let it go with love. Let it go with peace. Ask the angels to take it. It's time to focus on your new beginnings, which is every moment of every day is a new beginning. The past is the past, and it's no longer here. So letting go, if it's dredging coming up in your mind, then it's time for you to look at it, say thank you very much for whatever it is you brought into my life, and let it go with peace and love and healing. And Archangel Raphael will be more than happy to help you with that, Julia. So thank you for that question. All right. Well, if you have any info for me, Carolan, I would love to hear it.
Okay. In particular, I want to talk about your mother. And I identify with your mother. I've talked to your mother, read your mother. Lovely lady. Has the same name as my mother, who's in spirit. I have a gentleman for her that comes in actually for both of you. I wonder if she has a brother. I feel like a contemporary of hers. Would you happen to know if you have an uncle in spirit, Laura?
She has several brothers in spirit.
Okay, so I have a brother for her. Let me see if I can get more. I almost feel like there was at one point he had like a mustache or something. And I feel he has a sense of being debonair about himself in his younger days. But there is a fondness for your mother that he surrounds her. He stands behind her and wraps his arms around her. So I want to give her that image. There are two initials with this. N is in Nancy and S is in Smile. So I don't know if those are significant to her, but I want to pass that on. I keep getting like 47. I don't know why I get that. So that might help her identify her brother. And something about saltines or salty peanuts or something. So maybe she'll know which one that is. There's also an L name. I think I had that before, Lorenzo or something. So anyway, I want to pass that on to your mom. For yourself, and of course, a lot of love and blessings to you too from him. For yourself, your brother stands forward, and I'm not just saying that because I've dealt with him in spirit before. I've had the opportunity to speak with him. Lovely man. I get such a kick out of him. He's my kind of person. He's laid back, and he gave this. He gave the impression that he didn't have. That he didn't have a care in the world, but that is not true. I feel a very deepness within him, and he says it's like entering the abyss. But he no longer has that void. Okay, I feel as though he presented himself quiet but funny and comedic, and never really talked about what was really inside or what he felt was a void or an opening or a hole. It was nothing from the family. It just was a feeling of that he came in with, that he didn't fulfill what he was supposed to do. He's also got the dog with him. There's almost a shepherd feeling with this dog. It's longer hair. There's a brown and black feeling, maybe some white, but I feel that nose is like right there and never leaves his side. And he talks about, I have filled that void in myself. I feel fulfilled. His life here was cut short by something stupid, like I feel like a stupid disease. He says he calls it stupid. It was really stupid, and I didn't help it. But he said it was my time to go, so I chose to go, and I want to let you know, surround both you and Mom, that I am always here for you. But he has fulfilled that empty space in himself. And I think his biggest problem was like relationships. He wasn't sure how to express himself. This is a gentleman that was really, if you really looked at him, he was a diamond in the rough for a woman. He would have been devoted, but there was something within himself that he could not let himself go freely. So I hope that you can identify that this gentleman, his name is Walt, correct? Your brother's name is Walt?
Yeah,
Walter, like my guide, and Walter says, they're shaking hands above my head, and Walter says he's a dynamite guy. I just don't think he got maybe the opportunity or had the confidence to really step into his self. But that void has been filled on the other side. He talks about Jesus. He talks about the angels. He talks about what an enlightening experience it is to be on the other side. Does that make
beautiful.
sense?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm so glad to hear he's getting to where he wants to be.
Yes. He's talking about your third dog. Is this a newer dog in addition to the family?
Yes, his dog.
Oh, okay. So he's talking about his dog. Okay.
Well, his dog we took with us. The German Shepherd we took home with us.
Okay. And you have him.
We couldn't find... Yes, I do have her.
Who is the boy dog on the other side with him, Harry? Is there a boy dog over there?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay, because that's what I'm seeing. Kind of hairy. Okay.
Yeah.
So the German Shepherd is here. So he says, thank you for doing that. And she's living her best life.
She sure is.
Yeah.
She sure is.
You give her so much more than I could give her, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Oh, she loved him. I'll tell you. Thank you for those messages. It's always good to hear from my brother. He's so much fun. He always makes me laugh. Every day he makes me laugh somehow. So thank you for that.
Would you understand how he felt inadequate?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have that sense with him anymore. He feels he's bright. His skin is bright. He is smiling, and I feel very fulfilled with him. And he's made some connections with people on the other side that he lost. so he's glad to do that. He's very glad to be involved in your mother's family. A lot of warmth he is receiving from her family that's passed. Her father has passed.
That's beautiful.
Your mom's father?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about him. So
thank you.
He's having a ball. So, please, no worries. And they're all looking out for your mom and for yourself.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's beautiful. So I just love those messages. Thank you, Carolan.
You're welcome.
They are so healing, and they make me feel so good. Thank you. Can I do a reading for you?
Love it. I would love it.
Well, the messages that I'm getting for you are all about light. They're all about light and love, and they're all very succinct and profound messages. So first of all, know that you are being infused with light. You are the light. The angels are saying that, yes, we know you shield yourself from energies that are not for your highest and greatest good. But on the flip side of that, you are infusing yourself with, and we are infusing you with the most incredible love and light. And we hope that you know that the opposite of clearing and shielding is that you are creating that space for us to share our light and love with you, to infuse you with knowledge, insight. We thank you for your trust in walking this path with us. We also want you to release any doubts, to release any fears, because we are like an army. We are like Carolan's army. We are helping to remove obstacles in front of you. We are helping to remove any blockages in your vision, in your spiritual vision, in your human vision. We are helping to remove those obstacles. But we want you to know that we surround you and we embrace you with love. You have an unlimited opportunity. You have unlimited ability. The world is at your fingertips, literally. And you are recognizing that and stepping forward with great faith and trust in that ability, and we recognize the fact that you recognize us, and we love working with you. The final message is from Archangel Michael, and he talks about creating. Archangel Michael talks about from a very simple idea to infinite possibilities. Anything is available. The infinite spirit is channeled through you physically, through the creative process. It is being given to you so many ideas and creative abilities. They're going back to the world is at your fingertips and saying there is no end to what you can do. And again, they are recognizing that you are walking side by side on the path to the future. They says whatever you want to do, whatever you want to bring into this world and teach and show people and help people heal, we are helping to give you all of that guidance, all of that insight, all of that intuition, and all of that support. And we are helping to create that possibility for you. But you, yes, so they're showing me it's kind of like they're knitting things together for you. So they're saying release anything that you are afraid of that is holding you back. Release anything that you are in doubt of. They said, you've been in a place where you're trying to make positive changes, but you're being stymied by other people. That is a big springboard for you, actually, to move up and to move forward. So don't look at it as that you're being blocked or stymied, but you are, in fact, being brought forward. So step on the springboard and just go for it.
Very true.
Wow.
Very accurate.
All right.
Thank you very much. That is absolutely 100% accurate. Thank you for those messages because it's very helpful. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please reach out to Carolan for a connection with your loved one and spend some time with her getting really in-depth messages from Spirit to help your guide, to help you heal. You can reach out to her at CarolanCarey.com, or your phone number again, Carolan?
941-779-3971.
Perfect. And
hey, thanks for having me today. This was fun. Thanks.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it. So we've got, I think, about a minute left. So thank you, everybody, for listening. I really look forward to connecting with you next week. But in the meantime, Carolan, what's new? What's coming up in your agenda? Anything exciting on the forefront for you?
Jeez, what's coming up? Oh, my goodness. I'll be doing some talks at the Sarasota Center of Light. We have a big Christmas celebration, a big month. We have Mark Anthony, the psychic lawyer, coming December 13th and 14th. We have Divine Light Service Christmas Eve there in my life. I've told you about the celebrities I am meeting and wonderful ideas that I'm having for the business. But I want to say with you, Laura, I love being in your energy and getting readings from you because you know how you have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other? When I have a reading with Yun, I feel like with you, I feel like the angels are winning a little bit more today than the devil.
They're your army. They're going to win all together.
Thank you so much for that.
Oh, thank you so much. You're the best. Love you.
Okay, love you too. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off here, but just a quickie tonight at 9 o'clock on the Jimmy Mack Show, we've got the beautiful Melissa Parks going to be joining him, so check that out. I think you can call this very phone number to connect to that. So thank you, everybody, for being with us today. Thank you, Carolan. Thank you, Tiffany, White Sage Woman, my incredible producer. And thank you all, and thank you, angels, so much. Much love and blessings to each and every one of you. Bye now.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.